Capricorn, this is your reading for March 2021. You know, this month, finally all the planets are moving direct, and they're gonna stay direct until the end of April. So, first card, jump off. Queen of Swords. A very rational queen. She's all about the thoughts, the mind, the ideas. You know, this month we're having an stellium of planets in the third house. I mean, for you is the third house. Venus, Mercury, Neptune, the ruling planet of Pisces. We're also having the sun is there until the 20th of the month, and there was just a new moon on the 13th of March in this house. So it's a lot of energy for just one house and one sign, you know. And what it is, the third house for Capricorn. The third house is a house of communication, learning, basic learning, skills, talents that you want to improve. We're talking as well about languages. So it's a house that talks a lot about information, communication, working in small groups. And you know, Mars, it was in Taurus for quite some time, and finally, I mean, this month is moving to another sign. It's moving to Gemini. And for you, this house is the sixth house. It's a house of work, on how you work and also how you do your routines, Capricorn. You know, Mars is this planet. It's a planet that brings the energy. It's a planet that it's like where we're focusing our efforts. Okay, it's almost also where probably we're feeling very inspired. So there is a lot to do here, I think, regarding your career, and you're also gonna have a full moon by the end of the month in your 10th house in Libra. I mean, this is gonna be a very important full moon. So it's gonna probably put the light into things that they were dark regarding your career or your work. And I see you here coming at the present situation with this Queen of Swords. So I think that Capricorn, something here is almost telling me that you're needing to be very decisive about something this month. It's almost like, you know, this Queen of Swords, she's very determined, she's super logic, and it's almost like she really is like she doesn't take off her eyes from her goal. You know, she's quite centered, quite focused. So you're having an idea here of something that you want to, wow, the Hierophant. Something that you are really engaged and committed to, Capricorn. Something that probably you had already engaged yourself to. You know, that's the Hierophant energy, all right? What is coming as an obstacle? Seven of Wands. Would it be possible, Capricorn, that, I mean, you know, the Seven of Wands energy coming in an obstacle here. It's almost like you will be feeling this month that, or probably during the beginning of this month, you were feeling that you had to really force people or situations, or just in general, a situation in your life that I think is regarding probably a work that you're doing, a project that you're doing, something that it takes a lot of effort from your side. And it's almost like I'm feeling that the issue here is that maybe you felt that you had to really push maybe people, situations, so that you would be able to use this sword, to use this idea, okay? You know, I would like to continue taking the cards, because sometimes I feel like, you know, sometimes it's almost like I'm doing the reading and I feel like I could already talk, just I see one card and it's almost like I'm seeing the whole story in just like that card. But what I'm feeling right now with you, Capricorn, and I think that it makes sense that it took me quite some time to get to your reading, if I can be honest. It's almost like it was taking me some time to channel with your energy, Capricorn. And for me, always, I mean, your energy, I find it quite challenging. And this month, it was like many times I was like saying, okay, you know, this is the moment to start Capricorn reading, and I really wasn't really able to start. And you know, today I was like, yeah, come on, Julieta. This was the moment to do your reading. And you know, I gotta say, I mean, I think that I'm connecting here with a Capricorn that you knew or you know pretty well, like, what is your goal here. It's almost like I don't see you having doubts. I don't see you having, you know, it's almost like you know where you are directing yourself with this Queen of Swords and the Hierophant next to it. But it's almost like I will put in a specific to check on the Seven of Wands, but let's see what the cards are saying next. What is coming next, please, for Capricorn? Because I think that maybe there has been a lot of people interfering regarding these ideas that you're having right now, and it's almost like you know that you're gonna have to be quite strategic and analytical about the situation so that you can overcome this possible obstacle. Yeah, and I think it's for sure regarding your career, Capricorn. Something that you have been waiting for, something that you're having high expectations here. Three of Wands is that energy of expansion and saying you're seeing your ships coming, but it's just the beginning. No, it's just the moment where you're still waiting for something here. You're still waiting, or you're seeing the results come reality, let's say, no? And I think that this is something that you have been working very and putting a lot of efforts into with this Eight of Goals. Something like it requires from you to plan, to organize very well, and to check every detail of this idea that you have. And I have no doubt, I think that this is something that you have already started. You committed to this project. You committed. Maybe, I mean, when the Hierophant comes out, many times we're talking here maybe about contracts at work, when we're talking about career or work. You know, something that really you committed to. And I think that it's almost like this is something that for you, it's, this is where I have to go. And now it's almost you're putting all these practical efforts to get to that goal. And I see that it's a lot of things are coming here during this month. You know, I mean, this is a month when all the planets are moving direct. It's when finally we're gonna start seeing that things are moving forward. The problem with, I mean, not problem, but with this Piscean energy during this season is it's a very emotional period. And also your creativity regarding these ideas and probably these skills that you want to perfect and you want to put in practice, Capricorn, is almost like maybe during this month you feel that you have to be more like thinking about it, reflecting about it, than being able to really put that, you know, like take these steps forward. And then I gotta tell you, I mean, from the moment that Aries season starts by the end of March, is when finally that fire, that spark we need to see like the movement coming to the reality, is when things, you know, become much more clear in that tangible way. Okay, it's just that I think that right now maybe what is happening to you, Capricorn, is that you have the idea, you know where you're heading, you're super center focused, strategic about this goal, because you know it's something. I mean, with the Queen of Swords appears, I mean, I think this is something that you know is not easy to do. It's not easy to get to this goal, but and you know that you have some obstacles here. And I'm gonna check again. I mean, I wanna see what later on what these 5 of goals. This is how you're feeling right now, Capricorn. This is how you're coming consciously in the reading. So your present situation is telling you that you need to be very use of your discernment in the situation. Be very rational, analytical about what is going on. But how you feel regarding the situation is that something here is missing for you. And maybe you have been struggling with your economies, with your personal economies, or maybe that work or that project that you engage it yourself to. It almost feels that until now you were not able to get that payoff. Okay, that's the energy of the 5 of coins, is that energy of feeling something is missing, a lack, almost feeling in a way hopeless. And this is a lot regarding your material life. It's like maybe you come from a period where you did indeed experience many economical difficulties, and you started thinking, oh my God, I mean, I put all my efforts and I know I'm engaging myself to this project, to this idea, to this, new career path maybe, or something that you were maybe already doing, but until now, maybe during this last period, you decided to take it more seriously here, take it to a higher level of learning even. And I think that until now, what you were experiencing is almost like this sense of luck, something that it wasn't really paying off. Something that, in your environment, the World card is coming here. So we'll see how this is coming, because I gotta say, having the World card in your environment, Capricorn, and feeling here that something in your environment is coming to you and it's bringing you a sense of recognition and success. It's also helping you, it's almost like helping you out to kind of come full circle about this situation. And this is the thing, it's almost like what I'm feeling here is that this world, this success, this almost like sense of prize, of recognition, of victory over the cycle, over this work, over this career, this project, this talent that you are really, it's almost like a big focus for you during this month, Capricorn. It's coming to you, and I think that you're starting to see it. But what I'm getting here is that you need to kind of be careful with this energy. Because if you get too much into this 5 of coins, it's almost like you will be also attracting this sense of, it's almost like it's gonna drain you. If you center too much yourself in what is not yet there right now, instead of saying, okay, you know what, I'm gonna have to be a little bit more rational here and don't maybe get so much influenced by this situation that I feel that maybe it won't work out. It's almost like the 5 of coins can bring that sense of fear that something that we invested ourselves in, it might not give us what we expected, or that's how it comes. That's how you might feel this energy. And I think that this is probably exactly what you're trying to battle right now. It's almost like these ideas or these, thoughts that come in your mind, or this it's almost like your own self telling you constantly, maybe this is gonna go wrong, this is not gonna happen as you expected, and I think that this is maybe what you're trying to push away, so that you can really allow this to come, Capricorn, because I see that something very big is coming, and I think that this is something that you were expecting for quite some time. And you know, I gotta say, I'm getting here an energy that is quite similar to the energy I felt from Leo, of course, with many differences. But I also saw that sense of, you know, something that you are working hard on and you had high expectations. But it's almost like until now, maybe you were not seeing the results. So then, because of that, it's almost like this sense of, okay, when this is gonna happen, when this is coming. But I think you're gonna have to not to let yourself go so much by those thoughts, Capricorn, because I think that you're really gonna have to center yourself in putting practical and tangible efforts to get to these. I mean, and talking to a Capricorn, I don't have any doubt that this is something that you can do. I mean, it's part of your nature, you know. It's like you can be so practical and so immediately recognize, you know, what are the next steps to take, you know, to accomplish that task, to accomplish that result. So what is coming in the hopes and fears for Capricorn, please? What is coming in the hopes and fears for Capricorn, please? Yeah, I mean, a lot of energy in your sixth house. Mars in that sixth house. And yeah, you want is, you know, Queen of Pentacles in your hopes. You want to feel, it's like Capricorn, you're in search of, it's almost like you're in search here of, it's almost like you had launched a project here, or you invested yourself in something, and that you, it's almost like you are expecting a high amount of abundance and prosperity with this project. And this is what you want. I mean, you're also looking here for security. You're looking for something to become stable. I mean, this energy fits you pretty well, Capricorn. This is earth energy, and you are earth. And in tarot, we associate the energies of earth to the coins, to the pentacles, which is like that more materialistic energy, you know, that tangible energy, like earth. And so yeah, you are in search of, this is what you hope. You're looking for that stability. You want that this project works out. You have high expectations here. And what you're feeling right now, or what you had experienced until right now, I don't think it was the same. No, I think that Capricorn, you had been a little bit too much centering what is not yet there. That's really how I feel it. Let's see what is coming as the last card on the table, and then I'm gonna start putting some specifics to dive deep in the cards, you know. By now you only have two major arcanas, the World and the Hierophant. So I have no doubt that this is something that you are, it's almost like this is it's almost like taking all over your life right now. Yes. You're like, you know, blazing into this goal, blazing into this work, this career. I think you're doing a great job, to be honest. I really do. I mean, I do see you working your ass off here. But I also see that this is something that it's not just giving you abundance, or you're starting to see this abundance coming slowly, because I gotta say, I don't see nothing coming fast here. Everything that is coming little by little. You know, that's when we also create the sense of, you know, security and stability in a sense. No, like it doesn't come fast. It builds with time and effort. But it's not just even material abundance, you know, it's also like a sense of you becoming really an expert in what you do and in what you want to, it's almost like what you want to present in this world. Okay, I want to know the last card that's coming on the table, please, for Capricorn. What is coming? Yes, what is coming, please, for Capricorn? Okay, too many cards, but I always like to look at them. The Strength, the Magician, and the Hangman. What was blocked? You know, I mean, yeah, I mean, you were working so hard in manifesting this idea you have. And I think that for a very long time, this was something that wasn't moving, Capricorn. It was blocked with the Hangman. But the strength was there. You were still pushing. And I think you did a great job to be pushing and pushing and pushing, even though the obstacles, even though the complications, because this is when I see the complications. And I think that this is something that you're experiencing right now. Okay, 10 of Wands, yes. You're getting there, Capricorn. You're getting there. But I feel that I'm connecting here with a Capricorn that I think that you are still feeling, or you're feeling this month quite exhausted. 10 of Wands. Because even though you knew that this is something that you really wanted to do and you want to do, and you know that you are at this to accomplish, you know, that's the 10 of Wands energy. It's like that sense of, it's almost that sense of completion. And I really think, guys, that, I mean, I see this reading a lot centered regarding your work and your career. It's like what you want to put your energy into this month. And seeing the astrology, I mean, it's almost like the same vibe or energy I'm getting, you know, so for me it kind of makes sense. But I do feel that, I think that right now you're feeling very, very tired, and probably this month is still you're gonna feel exhausted, because I think that this, whatever you were trying to work and that you are working and you're doing a great job here, it's tiring. I want to know, but it's like what I want you to remember is that you are really to the end of this process of saying, feeling that you have to take care of many things. It's almost like this 10 of Wands energy is the energy of the multitask. You know, this person is taking a lot, it's like this super big amount of weight. And to the point that he knows it's necessary. He knows that he needs to do this last effort, because he's almost to the point to get to that, to his home, to his castle. And you know, I mean, I cannot forget, guys, during this month, by the end of the month, I think, starting on the 20th of March, so pretty soon, the Sun and Venus that were on Pisces, they're gonna move to Aries. And this is the moment where, you know, we start again a new calendar. It's the moment where we're starting to feel that we can really open here a new portal, energetical portal. And when the Sun and Venus will enter Aries, we're talking here about your 4th house. And I see this 10 of Wands coming here right above this Queen of Pentacles, which is like this really homey, stable, family root energy. 4th house. I gotta say, I think that's something by the end of the month, and having the full moon as well on the 10th house at the end of the month, it's gonna come to declare to you as, you know, something that is gonna become physical regarding probably your home. And maybe it's not physically your home, but it's that sense of stability, Capricorn, that I think you were craving for quite some time, as I see these cards. You know, and Capricorns, you experience, I mean, we all experience this, but this last period was super harsh. And I think the Capricorns, when you had Saturn and Jupiter in your sign, you enter in this cycle that was really pushing you to your own limits. And you're not the same anymore. And I think that you started here a lot of things that were quite new for you, and now it's almost like the process that you are ending. It's almost like, I feel like Capricorns, you were intertwined between your old self and your new self. No, maybe you were doing a job, or you had a life in general that was quite different from what you're directing yourself right now. And it's almost like during these last months, it's almost like you had to put a lot of effort in restructuring on how you will proceed to this change, and probably had to take care of many different situations that they exhausted you, they made you feel tired, but at the same time it's almost like you knew that this was something necessary. You could not avoid this. You knew that this was something that you really had to center yourself into. And I think that without any doubt, you did a great job here, Capricorn. And it's almost like I feel like with that Ten of Wands at the end with this Queen of Pentacles, you know, you feeling that you're coming back home. You're coming back home, whatever this means to you. It's almost like you're finding your home. And you know, when as I said, I mean, when I'm talking about home, I don't mean just like home as your house. I mean like what it is home for you. And finding the sense is almost like creating a foundation here that you can actually take for a long run. Capricorn, yes. Why the Seven of Wands is coming here in the obstacles for Capricorn? Please, what is the Seven of Wands coming in the obstacles for Capricorn? Two cards. The Ten of Pentacles and the Strength. The Strength came for a second time. I mean, she wanted to jump off before. And it's not for nothing that cards, you know, they want to repeat themselves. Yeah. It's funny that in your obstacle, you're having to explain the Seven of Wands. You have the Ten of Pentacles. What, as you're coming constantly in the reading, is this Five of Pentacles. Quite an opposite energy to the Ten of Pentacles, you know. I mean, could it also be because, you know, the Ten of Pentacles many times is associated maybe to family or to family heritage. I don't know what I'm feeling this. Could it be that regarding what you wanted to do right now in your life, and that without no doubt this is something that you really were working really hard into, Capricorn? Could it be that there were some interference regarding your family, you know, or maybe people regarding your home environment that you kind of had to push away, or there was a sense of battling discussions that happened regarding this situation that they were an obstacle for you? You know, like something that maybe their opinion or the way of thinking about what is this project that you wanted to do, or this, you know, new career that you started focusing yourself into and that you really engaged yourself into here, Capricorn. It's almost like I feel that maybe there was some people that were very near your environment that they were kind of like against these ideas, maybe, or you thought that they meant an obstacle for you. And in another way I could read this, and as I also feel it, is that it's almost like I would say that you have these very ambitious, like this 10 of goals energy, ambitious, high expectation about what you were doing. And having these ambitious and expectations, I think it's good, no? Because it really helps you out to say, man, this is my dream, this is my goal, and this is what I want. I don't want nothing less. The problem, and I think the Capricorns experience this quite often, that Capricornian, like a stubbornness of, okay, this is it and nothing less. Okay? I want the 10 of Pentacles and I want it now. And it's almost like maybe this ideal that you had, it can help us, but sometimes when it becomes too much of something like that fix us, like, let's say it's almost like we're projecting too many expectations and saying this has to be this way or not another way, is when these can become an obstacle for us, you see. it's almost like you wanting to expect this 10 of Pentacles, but maybe the situation wasn't allowing this 10 of Pentacles to come as fast as you wanted, and because of that your feelings and how you were perceiving the situation was this 5 of Pentacles, which is feeling that, I mean, man, I'm not getting really what I want here. I'm feeling that everything I'm doing is just giving me crap, or it's not really, it's kind of like, it's kind of letting me out in the cold here, feeling that all these ideas were not actually at the level of what you wanted to achieve here. This 10 of Pentacles with the strength. And I gotta say, I want one last card for a specific, I want the world, please. Because I think this card here is in your environment. There is a success here coming to you. Something here is being recognized regarding your efforts and all what you have been doing until right now, Capricorn. And I want to know what is this world coming here, please, for Capricorn, why this world is here. We have the 9 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. Yes, 7 of Wands is coming again. 7 of Wands is in your obstacle and is coming to explain as well this world. With this 9 of Wands, no doubt that you are exhausted. I mean, whatever you were trying to do right now, and I think that this was something that really, like, it's like almost like you are so determined about here, Capricorn. But I see that there were some obvious obstacles here. And I gotta tell you, I think that in your environment with the 7 of Wands and this 9 of Wands, I do believe, and I'm sensing here, that probably some people, maybe colleagues at work, or maybe a boss in your environment, or as I said, maybe family or people that are close to your home environment, they were interfering regarding this work and this project that you, or maybe just life path that you were trying to work on. But what I'm feeling is that these struggles, this sense of battling, this sense of needing to push away maybe people, situations that really tire you, it's coming to an end here. It's really coming to an end, and I'm gonna tell you why, and this is how I feel it. Maybe you will feel it differently, but this is how I feel it with these cards, and the reading is I think that you are able to push away the sense of having to fight, having to struggle with these people or situations that were not allowing you to feel this 10 of goals. Because you being in a way, let's say, more cold-minded here, Capricorn, I think that something really told you that you kind of had to be more rational about the situation, and probably maybe even emotionally, let's say, detach yourself so that you could center yourself more in a practical way on how to get to this goal, how to get to this abundance, you know. And I think it's like what is happening to you right now. And you know what, I'm already 35, but I'm gonna put, and I just want one last card for the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Wands here. You know, no, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put one more card as an advice, because I really think that this is something that you need more, Capricorn. Because what I'm feeling is that it's like you needing to become this Queen of Swords. You know, it's almost like saying, you know what, I mean, I don't need to, you know, it's like these situations that were bothering you and that they were coming, I think really in your environment, it's almost like you really had to cut them off. And I think you're doing a great job to cut them off, because I think that probably even people physically you had to distance yourself from. And I don't think that this is something that felt really good for you, or you felt quite, it's almost like it felt quite painful. But you know what, Capricorn? You know, this Queen of Swords, she knows what pain is. She went through so many struggles, and that's why she can resemble a little bit colder, because it's almost like, you know, this sword, it's the truth, you know. She has clarity, she brings clarity in a situation. And what I'm seeing here is that you are being able to cut off the situations and probably people that were not really helping you out with this goal you had here. It's almost like you are being able mentally to say, all right, I'm giving my back to this situation, to the people that are not really being part of my dream here. And I really sense that you realizing this and going through this healing process, no, of coming to clarity about probably people and situations that were on your way, is exactly what is taking you to this, it's almost like arrive to this achievement, accomplish your task here. And really, if you were not seeing the fruits coming out of the tree during this month, I gotta tell you, I mean, you're gonna start seeing coming by the end of this month. And I don't think that this is because of luck. I really think this is because of your efforts, Capricorn. So just to tell you, you know, during this month, if you can, take some time to rest, keep on going, push, you know, hard work here, but try to take step by step. I think that you don't have to rush too much on things. And I think that you need to remember, Capricorn, that you are at this to come to this achievement. All right? You are at this to get to this prize that you are really looking for. Okay? Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you are interested in having private readings, I'm leaving my email below. And otherwise, I'm going to see you next month. Take care of yourself, okay? And don't exhaust yourself so much, Capricorn, okay? Bye-bye.